forecast. Circling the Earth from pole to pole 14 times a day, it carries a suite of 5 instruments intended to make global observations that will improve forecasts for severe weather events.
That's correspondent Shelley Adler. A blazing fireball lit up the dark skies of Arctic Finland for 5 seconds, giving off what scientists said was a glow of 100 full moons and igniting hurried attempts to try and find the reported meteorite when it fell to Earth. More from townhall.com.
I'm Nick Soboleski, a SelectQuote agent with a true story that could save you hundreds of dollars a year. A woman named Linda just called. Her husband, Ray, has a $300,000 group life insurance policy, but is changing jobs and can't take it with him. Well, I shopped the many highly rated term life insurance companies we represent and found Ray, who is 41 and takes medication to control his cholesterol, a 10-year, $500,000 policy for under $27 a month. That's almost twice the coverage for less than half of what he had paid. If SelectQuote hasn't shopped for your life insurance, you're probably paying too much.
For your free quote, call 800-566-2424. That's 800-566-2424. Or go to SelectQuote.com. Since 1985, we shop, you save.
Get full details on the example policy at SelectQuote.com/commercials. Or price could vary depending on your health, issuing company, and other factors. Not available in all states.
The American College of Cardiology and the American Heart Association published new guidelines this week on high blood pressure.
The heart pumps blood to all organs of the body, including the heart itself. The blood flows through tubular arteries. Arterial pressure is usually measured in a limb by wrapping a band around it and listening to the sound when the blood flows. Pressure when the heart is pumping is systolic blood pressure, or SPP, and is normally less than 120. There is pressure in arteries even between heartbeats, and that is called diastolic blood pressure, or DBP. DBP is normally less than 80. I'll have more to say about normal and abnormal blood pressures in my next report. This is Dr. Charles Snyder reporting from Washington.
GOP candidate Roy Moore's wife says her husband is exactly the kind of person the Senate needs, even in the face of accusations of sexual misconduct toward women in their teens when he was a deputy district attorney in his 30s, many decades ago. She remains his most aggressive defender, and Moore denies the allegations and says he's not dropping out of the race. More from townhall.com. The Mexican government is creating a commission to delve into the increasing crisis involving thousands of missing people.
Mexico's President Enrique Peña Nieto is launching a national commission to try and resolve the cases of tens of thousands of missing people. Its first stage will be funded with the equivalent of $25 million. More than 30,000 people have vanished off Mexico's map during its savage and ongoing 11 years drug war. The new law creates a long overdue forensic database. Increasingly, mass clandestine burial sites are being unearthed where drug cartels dump the corpses of their victims.
As correspondent James Blears, South African President Jacob Zuma 2 days ago said Zimbabwe's political situation would be solved shortly. Now he's sounding a little less optimistic. He says the talks are in the early days as Zimbabwe's President Robert Mugabe resists stepping aside. More details at townhall.com. From Washington, I'm Bob Agnew.
You're experiencing pain, back pain, shoulder, elbow, or hand pain, pain from a sports injury. If so, schedule a visit with Dr. Michael Sheps, the leading expert in laser therapy for pain management. Call 310-873-4422 or go to drsheps.com. Experience Epic T, the breakthrough laser therapy system that Dr. Sheps developed to make you pain-free in less time. Laser therapy is a non-invasive, safe, and effective in-office procedure that penetrates deep into your skin without damaging the tissue. It perfectly targets areas of pain to promote fast, natural healing. Relax your muscles, ease muscle spasms, joint stiffness, and arthritis pain while increasing blood circulation. For over 25 years, Dr. Sheps has helped Olympic athletes and sports enthusiasts alike get back in the game. Schedule your visit with Dr. Sheps at his Brentwood office in California. Call 310-873-4422 or visit drsheps.com. That's DRSHEPS.com. 310-873-4422.
Hi, this is Bill Martinez. Join us every Monday through Friday from 9 to noon Eastern when we're covering the issues that matter most to you. From Obamacare, the latest from Russia, the Middle East, Israel, immigration, and more. We're talking with the policy and political experts so you can be better informed. It's Bill Martinez Live, brought to you in part by my friends at Good News Tax Relief. Let them help you get your peace of mind back by dealing with the IRS for you. Proven experience, proven results. Call 800-255-7500.
Welcome to Lifestyle Buzz Today with Orlando. Fresh, innovative, entertaining talk about topics we are all in one way or another involved with. And now, here's your host, Orlando Burgos.
Well. Hello, everybody out there. Yes, this is Mr. Lonely Guy today. We have no guests. So this is about the time when I sing. I'm Mr. Lonely. Nobody loves me. No, that's not true. People can't help loving me, man. What can I tell you? No, I'm over here having a good time with my friend Jose, the man behind the board.
Hello.
There you go. Let's take a little moment to kind of reflect on what is happening in our society today. And what I see is that what goes on in our world today cannot be really called normal anymore. GQ picks a very rich, revolutionary guy with a hair up his bum, a guy who alone has destroyed the NFL, backed by his fellow crybabies, old millionaires, by the way, crying slavery, poverty, abuse, you name it. And GQ makes Colin Kaepernick the man of the year. I mean, it's really strange to me, considering the fact that another player from the Texans, J.J. Watt, raised over $35 million in contributions for hurricane relief. Now, this guy is not putting anything in his pocket. What makes a complainer man of the year and a man that does all that for the people to be totally ignored? I mean, I don't get it. But by the same token, not long ago, Elle magazine, a magazine for women, named Bruce Jenner as Woman of the Year, and that threw me for a loop. I mean, talk about,
you can be anything you want, I guess, right?
You know what is really strange, because I'm glad you said that. Catalina magazine in an interview said that there's a transgender, I forget where exactly, but Texas or wherever, it doesn't matter. The man's name is called Adam, who now calls himself Jadu, and now thinks himself as a Filipino woman because he enjoys Filipino food.
Oh wow! So I can be the goldfish of the year if I want to, huh?
That's it. You know what? That's what makes it really strange for me. And we'll talk about this a little bit later. I'm not a young guy. I've been raised in certain ways, but the fact is, okay, a man thinks himself a woman. I don't find it normal, but it's within the context of today. Okay, fine. But to all of a sudden say, well, I'm no longer white. I'm Filipino. I'm brown. And the guy's as white as snow, you know? I mean,
I'm going to be Canadian.
Okay, there you go. There you go. Jose is going to be a Canadian.
A Canadian middle-aged woman.
Middle-aged woman. Well, you're going way off the beaten path there here. We'll touch on this in just a little bit. It is confusing. It's a confusing world, and we are here to try to unconfuse it as much as we can, especially after we take a little break. We'll be right back.
It has been said that everyone has a book in them. But do you have the time or the ability to write your book? Maybe you picked up some skills or had a life experience that you want to pass on in the form of a book to help others. Maybe you want to leave an autobiography for your family. Or maybe you've built a successful business and you want to share your story. At Dorrance Publishing Company, we have professional writers who can help turn your book idea into a finished manuscript quickly and affordably. A Dorrance ghostwriter can provide as much or as little help as you need to complete your book. You'll work directly with your ghostwriter to finish your book faster than you ever could on your own. It's easy to become a published author. Call Dorrance now to learn more. 800-485-8803. 800-485-8803. 800-485-8803. Call right now. That's 800-485-8803.
All right, so we are back to Jadu, and now the Filipino woman, man, white, brown, whatever, you know. The fact is that many people think that there's really nothing wrong with this train of thought. And many people may think of me feeling that way simply because I happen to be an older guy. Jose here is in his early 20s. How do you feel about something like that?
Well, I get the fact that somebody feels a certain way. They want to label themselves that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, in their own mind, I guess you could do that, right? Like I was joking earlier. I could label myself a Canadian woman if I wanted to. But that doesn't make it normal.
Right.
Right. So that's what people are forgetting. There's normalcy. And then everybody's going off shooting in wild directions.
But the thing is that for one reason or another, what I find disturbing is the fact that there's a lot of people out there with influence, or influencers, okay?
Yeah.
That have this queer sense of thinking, and is really way beyond what most people would consider to be normal. For these people, normal does not exist.
They say, what is normal?
Right.
They say, who are you to tell me what normal is?
Normal is whatever the particular person in the change wants
them,
it to be.
Normal is bad to them.
Right.
Because they see it as conforming to what society wants.
Right.
So they're gonna be something else.
Well, for a while there, I was thinking, man, I feel sorry for the up-and-coming generations. But you have restored my faith in the fact that maybe I'm wrong in that regard. The fact is that normal, if these people want to consider the abnormal in our eyes to be normal, that's fine. Don't try to change everybody's mind with nonsense.
Right.
I mean, I think it's time to call a spade a spade. We need to stop the madness. There have always been people with quirky ideas and quirky way of thinking. That's never going to change. Just don't try to bring it into the main.
Don't bring it in. Don't try to force it into my house.
Right. Yeah. No.
Keep it in your own house.
Keep it in your own house.
In your
That's
bedroom.
It. You heard what Jose said. All right. I have been promising to answer some questions from some of people in our audience who have sent me emails. I cannot do all of them because, surprisingly enough, they have amount to quite a number. But because I do a lot in the travel business, I'm going to touch on most of the ones, or some of the ones, involving the travel, because obviously the main body of the listeners there are interested in the getaways and that type of stuff. So JT from New York asks, what does it take to become a travel agent? That's it's not a hard question, but it's not an easy question either. The fact is that the world of the travel business has been changing for the last 10, 15 years. In many cases, the travel agents have chosen to leave the brick and mortar agencies and work from home. I have never been one to participate in that idea, simply because personally, I cannot work from home. I cannot get serious behind the business. It's very difficult for me to think about selling something to a customer while still wearing my pajamas. I mean, it doesn't work for me. It does work for some other people. I mean, I don't know. I believe that if you're going to start in this pattern, number one, get yourself an education, is obvious. There are some travel agents that have very good training schools. There really are no longer travel schools that I know of. There may be. I haven't looked in a long, long time, but there may be. But there are travel schools, mainly online today. And I would say explore those. But also one of the things is that you need to be of a mindset to travel. Know your product. You do need to invest time and sometimes money to get to know the destinations.
I was just going to ask you that relating to what you just said.
Okay.
Does somebody have to have been to those countries they're selling before they can become that, that travel, that successful?
In anything that one does, especially when it comes to sales, okay? You're trying to take people's money out of their pocket. So there has to be that trust factor. And if you have a client that wants to go to Italy and they ask you, yeah, we've been dreaming about the Via Veneto, and then you look at them with this big blank look, and
who's that?
Yeah, I mean, who's Via Veneto and what does he sell? It does make a difference. Yeah. The people expect feedback in the line of Via Veneto. There are so many fountains on the Via Veneto. It's so romantic. Are you going on a honeymoon, or is this what is the trip about? Are you, whatever it happens to be, you need to complement the question from the customer with your personal knowledge of the destination.
That's what I would want as a consumer, as a customer. If I come to Orlando and I say, and he says, well, I don't know, I haven't been there.
Yeah.
I'll call you later.
Right. I mean, because you know what? You can probably go and get the same blank comeback if you look at the website. Mm-hmm. The website is inundated with information, way too much information now. So, okay, what does it take to be a travel agent? Learn about destinations. Tell an agency what you have to offer. The fact that you have been good at selling cars, at selling donuts, does not mean that you can sell travel in a factual way. So know your product. If you have something to sell, approach a travel agent and go from there. Okay? Another question from YN. I wish people give them names. From New Mexico. My agency forces me to sell with their choice of vendors. Can they really do that? Well, it all depends on what agreement you have with your agency. If they are paying you your wages, yes. If you are an independent, no. Let's talk about it in a little bit longer. I'll expand when we come back.
Come to Angelo's and Vinci's to see the memorabilia of movie stars and theatrical magic right in downtown Fullerton, California. See the Art of the Masters, an Italian town square complete with storefronts of old Italian butchers and cheesemongers, fruit and wine vendors, seamstresses showing their wares, fairy lights from cathedral ceilings, and our ancestors smiling down at you from the family love altar. The romance of Romeo and Juliet, and find the mystical Room of the Moon. And don't forget King Kong, Dracula, Frankenstein, and who knows what awaits you in the wine cellar. Enjoy the great food. We hand stuff our our pastas, roll each and every tortellini, bake our own bread, make our own sauces fresh from our private stock of Sicilian family recipes. From pasta to seafood, chicken to award-winning pizzas, tiramisu flown in from Rome. If you can't find something on our menu to tempt you, you don't like Italian food. Try our Sunday brunch, just $18.95, and Angelo's and Vinci's has been named 2 years in a row Best Italian Restaurant in Orange County. Angelo's and Vinci's Restaurant at 550 North Harbor Boulevard in Fullerton, California. Call 714-879-4022.
How old are you? 25, 35, 50, or older? If you have pain, we can help. Do your knees hurt?
Ow!
Let me ask you again. Are your knees killing you?
Oh, yeah. Are they ever?
What about your back? When you bend over, does it feel like this? How about when you get out of bed in the morning? If you're like me, your knees and back feel like this.
Oh, that hurts.
I found a company called the Pain Relief Hotline. They specialize in ways to treat your knee, back, and neck pain without surgery or taking medications. The good news is if you have insurance, you may have little or no cost or out-of-pocket expense. I've used them. It works. Call the Pain Relief Hotline now for free information. 800-309-2677. 800-309-2677. Call now. 800-309-2677. That's 800-309-2677.
What are you going to do with your old car? You can try selling it, you could junk it, or you could donate it to Heritage for the Blind. Your car will be towed away for free, and your donation is tax deductible. Just call 1-800-785-9618. Heritage for the Blind accepts cars, vans, trucks, and boats. It doesn't matter if your vehicle runs or not. It will be towed away for free, and you'll be supporting those that need help. Heritage for the Blind is a nonprofit organization that helps the visually impaired live fuller lives. Call right now to donate your car, and as a special thank you for calling, you'll receive a free 3-day vacation voucher to many exciting locations. Call Heritage for the Blind right now, 1-800-785-9618. Donating is easy, and your vehicle is towed away for free. Plus, you'll get a free vacation voucher. Call now, 1-800-785-9618. That's 1-800-785-9618.
All right, we are back, and we left it at the fact that someone asked if the agency owners forces people to sell their choice of vendors. Again, that's something that you need to discuss with your agency. In my opinion, I think they are I guess reducing your possibilities, and if they have some kind of a deal with these particular vendors, I mean, they need to make sure that what they are selling or they are promoting is a sellable product for you to make money, because regardless whether they pay your salary or not, they expect return for their investment. So if they are going to, I would suggest that you speak to your management and get some feedback from them. It's one of those deals. Question from MJ from Dallas. I can make the April cruise. Will there be others? MJ, it happens that I just came into this station here at CRN, and this is my first promotion of cruises. But I tell you what, I got your email. I can suggest other cruises off air, and I will be in contact with you, okay? What is the difference between a retail travel agency and a wholesale travel agency like Silver Fox? The retail travel agency is the one that actually has the contact with the consumer, where a consumer would go to or contact by phone. Wholesale travel agency like Silver Fox, we work behind the scenes. We are the packagers. What is the best analogy?
Well, you guys are direct, right? I mean,
well, I don't sell. I don't like to sell direct because I feel that by being a wholesaler, I have promised a certain amount of loyalty to the travel agencies in the retail sector. So what I do is I'm the guy who travels a lot. I'm the guy who puts packages together. I'm the guy that the travel agency can call for an immediate result or resolution of a problem, booking. That's why I specialize in Latin America instead of specializing all over the world, because in truth, nobody can cover the entire world. People think that they can. They are diluting themselves by thinking that they can sell China, Italy, France, Costa Rica, Panama. No. I have chosen to do Latin America and the Caribbean, and the destinations that I sell, which amount to about 21, 22, are destinations that I have visited every single one of. I know them very well. I continually visit. I visit about 3 or 4 every year. And my system of contact is I have 2 of the top-notch suppliers or of services at each destination. And they contact me every single day that there are changes. If there are no changes, they say hi. If there are changes that I should know of, a hotel changing management, a hotel closing down for remodeling, bugs in one particular place, whatever it takes, they know it right away. They let me know, and then I share that with the people, with the retail travel agencies. Like I said, I try to be loyal to the retail travel agencies, although they are really not loyal right back in most cases. Treatment. But by the same token, I deal in volume, and the people who are using my services are getting very, very satisfactory results for their efforts to buy from me. And I appreciate it. I love them. They know who they are.
And the final result is a happy client, right?
There is one thing that could never be denied. Word of mouth happens to be the best advertising that can ever be. A happy client will tell 1 or 2. An unhappy one will tell 300. So
they'll
that's
post
a fact.
it on Yelp and
they post it all over the place. Facebook. I mean, you name it. They make sure that people understand how unhappy they are. So I'm hoping that you guys are keeping happy. We'll be back in a second.
CRN listeners, when you come to Southern California, stop by a great restaurant, the Dresden Restaurant at 1760 North Vermont Avenue in Hollywood. Enjoy great entertainment, like the music of the legendary Marty and Elaine at the world-famous Dresden Restaurant. The Dresden was a location for the making of the movie Swingers. Now you can swing with stars Marty and Elaine. Plus, enjoy great food, too, like French onion soup, artichoke hearts, and many other great appetizers. Seafood, there's salmon, shrimp scampi, New Zealand orange roughy, halibut, Lake Superior whitefish, and specialties like veal, marsala, piccata, and parmigiana. Plus, we've got a great roast rack of lamb, chicken piccata, and cordon bleu, and pasta dishes, too. Steaks, filet, New York, Chateaubriand for 2. Much more, too, including pork chops, prime rib of beef, and an incredibly extra large cut of prime rib. It's the Dresden Restaurant, open for lunch Monday through Saturday and dinner Monday through Sunday. Check us out at 1760 North Vermont Avenue or call 323-665-4294.
Do you want to fly somewhere, anywhere in the world? Smart travelers call myflightsearch.com for the best deals on flight tickets. Going to Manila, Bangkok, London, how about Singapore? Call myflightsearch.com for the lowest flight tickets available. What about a local vacation? Let's say you want to fly to Vegas, Orlando, Miami, Los Angeles, or Denver. Pick up the phone and call myflightsearch.com right now. We have exclusive deals that you can't find anywhere else. The only way you can get these low airline prices is by calling us. We have so many low prices available, we can't possibly tell them to you right here and now. If you're flying somewhere anytime in the next 6 months and you want the lowest airline ticket prices anywhere, you owe it to yourself to save a ton of money. So pick up your cell phone and call myflightsearch.com right now.
Call 800-445-3166. 800-445-3166. That's 800-445-3166. Call now. 800-445-3166.
Enjoy Tiki Live, the best cable alternative choice today, with hundreds of premium live TV programming, including ESPN, CNN, Fox News, Disney, AMC, Bravo, XF, OWN, and CRN Talk. Plus no contracts and low month-to-month service. Tiki Live, servicing North America, including the Caribbean. To get started, visit TikiLive.com to order hundreds of channels, including CRN Talk, at a fraction of what you're paying today. Visit TikiLive.com. That's TikiLive.com.
It has been said that everyone has a book in them. But do you have the time or the ability to write your book? Maybe you picked up some skills or had a life experience that you want to pass on in the form of a book to help others. Maybe you want to leave an autobiography for your family. Or maybe you've built a successful business and you want to share your story. At Dorrance Publishing Company, we have professional writers who can help turn your book idea into a finished manuscript quickly and affordably. A Dorrance ghostwriter can provide as much or as little help as you need to complete your book. You'll work directly with your ghostwriter to finish your book faster than you ever could on your own. It's easy to become a published author. Call Dorrance now to learn more. 800-485-8803. 800-485-8803. 800-485-8803. Call right now. That's 800-485-8803.
CRN listeners, take CRN with you on the road, on your smartphone. Yes, now you can enjoy CRN right on the convenience of your smartphone. Just dial this phone number, pound 250, that's pound 250. Don't text it, it's a phone call. Pound 250 and hit send. When they ask you for the keyword, say CRN Talk, and our app will be loaded automatically to your phone free of charge. Dial pound 250 and hit send, and then say CRN Talk, and get CRN on your smartphone today.
All right, we are back. I have a very interesting question here from Ed Mess in California. What or who is virtuoso or signature? We're continuing the answering emails that I have received from our listeners, and I'll give you our information in a second so we can get more. But anyway, this one is, they're asking about virtuoso or signature, what they are. And the comment is, I have been to some agencies to plan our honeymoon trip, and all they do is sell those names. MS, California. Those names are consortia. They are groups of agencies under one banner. The consortia does not own the agencies. The agencies are businesses, privately owned, but they belong to this particular group. Each one of these is separate from each other. There's other ones. There's Ensemble, there's Mast, there's, you name it. There's several. And all they are is they have unified. And in turn, the consortia has gathered groups of hotels and services and service providers and made them also part of this group, with the understanding that they are supposed to be helping sales. Okay? In fact, they do not. And this is where I'm going to get myself in all kinds of trouble, because I'm an independent guy. I happen to be the one that says, give the benefit to the consumer. So my pricing is a lot less than what you would get from anyone using these so-called preferred suppliers, because the preferred suppliers, and I'm going to let the cat out of the bag here, have to pay the consortia to belong to these things. I was part of one of these two names many years ago, and had to get out for the simple reason that for them is money, and in essence, these names really don't put out any money. They just take in money for one reason or another. They have conventions, they have whatever, all kinds of meetings and stuff like that. But the consumer actually pays more for stuff being delivered from these sources. I mean, that's what it is. I'm here to...
The truth, and I mean, if the truth hurts,
yeah. If the truth hurts, yeah.
So it's good that people know this.
The agencies that push and don't like to use independence are doing it for, I don't know, selfish reasons up to a point, I would say. But the fact is that they are being loyal to their brand name, not really to their client. They're being consortia-centric instead of consumer-centric. Okay? I have a group of very loyal agencies that use our services. Some of them are part of these consortia, but they understand the fact that my main interest goes to the consumer, and they are happy using the services. I don't get the bulk of their business or anything like that. I've never have asked for the majority of the business, but whatever I can get, I can get. I'm happy with that. I'm a small agency, but my quality is one that actually is bigger and better than most major suppliers. Through consortia, you're supposed to be getting certain amenities, they call, but they are not certain amenities. They are not for certain amenities. They are definite maybes. They offer transfers to the airport or back if available. They offer an upgrade to another room if maybe
Under
happens.
Terms and conditions,
Yeah.
right? Long terms and conditions.
Yeah.
And no one's going to read.
I mean, so you really don't. With me, the offerings that they give you if something else happens are for certain. I will tell you, this is the best price. Instead of a standard room, I upgraded you to a deluxe room. It's part of the deal. It's done. I already made the reservations. You're paying less through me for the whole thing. The bottle of wine, the basket of fruit is there guaranteed all of the time. You don't need to go through hoops in order to get that because I'm giving it to you. It's an amenity that they offer. If you are within a certain price range or whatever, I do it automatically. There you have it.
And
Enjoy
you take
it.
I mean, it seems obvious. You take pride in this. I mean,
I you know what?
That's why
my main way of doing business is that I believe in word of mouth, and a happy customer will go a long way with me. So that's it. Transfers, they're there. They're guaranteed. You don't have to. Again, you don't have to wait in line. No, our people will meet you, take you to the airport, pick you up from the airport, take you to the hotel. All the transfers are there. So I don't really go through the ballyhoo of amenities that are such a big deal. I just give them to you. You don't need to, do anything other than be my customer, and you get treated royally. So I hope it answered your question. How did you get in the radio business? I like your style, slow and easy. Carla from San Diego. Well, Carla.
Thanks for the question. I wanted to know also.
It's kind of a strange reason why. And It's kind of embarrassing to me because, I mean, when people flatter me, boy, I tell you, I go to pieces here. Let me talk about that when I come back, okay?
Cliffhanger.
What are you going to do with your old car? You can try selling it, you could junk it, or you could donate it to Heritage for the Blind. Your car will be towed away for free, and your donation is tax deductible. Just call 1-800-785-9618. Heritage for the Blind accepts cars, vans, trucks, and boats. It doesn't matter if your vehicle runs or not. It will be towed away for free, and you'll be supporting those that need help. Heritage for the Blind is a nonprofit organization that helps the visually impaired live fuller lives. Call right now to donate your car, and as a special thank you for calling, you'll receive a free 3-day vacation voucher to many exciting locations. Call Heritage for the Blind right now, 1-800-785-9618. Donating is easy, and your vehicle is towed away for free. Plus, you'll get a free vacation voucher. Call now, 1-800-785-9618. That's 1-800-785-9618.
The smartest way for you to get the lowest prices on your plane tickets, domestic or international, is to call SmartFares first or last, but you've got to call us before you book your plane tickets. Fly anywhere in the world, fly anywhere in the U.S., and SmartFares can save you up to 75% on your plane tickets. We have the lowest airline ticket prices on over 500 airlines, and you've got a great 12-hour free cancellation window. Plus, with our live agent help, you can always get fast help and fast answers. So on your next trip, maybe today, maybe tomorrow, how about right now? Pick up your phone and call SmartFares, plus save up to 75% on your plane reservation. So call right now. 800-915-2644, 800-915-2644, 800-915-2644, 800-915-2644.
All right, the question was by Carla. I'll skip the slow and easy and the good voice and all that good stuff. But anyway, I got into the broadcasting business because I felt that I had something to say. Not good enough to say it on main radio. I mean, how many disc jockeys can there be? How many political people can there be? I thought that I would have something more constructive to say. And internet radio became available, and that's how I got into it. I would pay for the hour, and I would go there and blab and have guests. And it's grown since 2009 to today, where I am at CRN, which is...
Not to mention you have the deep voice. Yeah, I mean, you have the voice.
The fact is that, like I said, my principles have always been about being a positive thinker, being able to share something that people can use.
Right.
And that's it. Okay, so I hope that answers your questions. The last question that I have here, how long have I been a travel agent, and why did you choose to be one? DW, again from California. I became a travel agent 40 years ago, over 40 years ago. I was in car business. I was a pilot. I was a commercial pilot for a long time. Then I became an executive pilot. I was a military pilot, commercial pilot, executive pilot. And at one point, it just got a little bit more than I could handle, because when you're a pilot, especially in the executive side is very luxurious. You fly this fascinating state-of-the-art equipment. It's great, but you're more or less a highly paid taxi driver.
So an executive pilot is someone who flies higher end clients? Is that
it's the people who fly the movie stars, the big executives.
Okay, and that's where you got to meet some of the cool people you've met.
Yes, I did. Yes.
To name a few.
To name a few. I've met John Wayne, Frank Sinatra. I mean, I go back.
Pretty rad.
Steve McQueen, Paul Newman, Lee Marvin.
A lot of cool cats.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you know what? I got to tell you something, man. As compared to many of the people today that are out there, these were really cool people. Very, very.
Man, I could imagine.
Very humane. There was no star power. You know, like Dean Martin. He was sitting in the back and sleep. You know, and
Sinatra.
You know, and I called Mr. Sinatra, and he was Frank, man. Okay, I'm Frank.
Did he smoke? Did they smoke cigars up there?
You know what? They will smoke cigarettes and cigars. You know.
I mean, it's one thing to drive them to be like a limo driver for these guys, but to drive, be the pilot. That's another.
I mean, they're going somewhere, and discretion is the most. I mean, like you see things, the private airplanes, not executives. Executives work their tails off. Entertaining people. You see things that you go like, ooh. and then you look forward and
it stays on the plane.
Whatever happens, stays on the plane. So anyway, I've been over 40 years in the travel business. From the very beginning, I chose to be a wholesale travel agent. Never have been a retail travel agent, which means that my main clients are the retail travel agencies out there, and that's the way it's always been. I traveled quite a bit, and I got into it primarily because it was a continuation of my wanderlust. I've always been one that I need to know what's out there. Yeah. I need to see. I need to know discover the unknown. I mean, and it's not like I'm in the darkest part of Africa looking for the pink gorilla or whatever. It's discovering what is the best part of any destination. You can go to Catalina Island, which is just off the shore by 25 miles or whatever. And if you just go to the seashore, all you see is the same water that you see from Palos Verdes. But if you walk around and you learn about the history of Catalina Island, you find that the Wrigley family, who used to make chewing gum, are the ones who developed that. They brought bisons into the island.
Oh, that's how they got there, huh? I always wondered how they got there.
Yeah. I mean, everything has a
I thought they swam.
backstory. Everything has a backstory. And wherever I travel, that's what I bring back. When I talk to clients about Easter Island, Machu Picchu, you name it, the Nazca lines, I share the backstory of what they are going to see in the destination.
The culture, the history.
You can't just lock yourself in an old inclusive, and then experience the place that you've been to. So, okay, man, time flies. We'll be back in a second.
CRN listeners, when you come to Southern California, stop by a great restaurant, the Dresden Restaurant at 1760 North Vermont Avenue in Hollywood. Enjoy great entertainment, like the music of the legendary Marty and Elaine at the world-famous Dresden Restaurant. that Dresden was a location for the making of the movie Swingers. Now you can swing with stars Marty and Elaine. Plus, enjoy great food, too, like French onion soup, artichoke hearts, and many other great appetizers. Seafood, there's salmon, shrimp scampi, New Zealand orange roughy, halibut, Lake Superior whitefish, and specialties like veal, marsala, piccata, and parmigiana. Plus, we've got a great roast rack of lamb, chicken piccata, and cordon bleu, and pasta dishes, too. Steaks, filet, New York, Chateaubriand for two. Much more, too, including pork chops, prime rib of beef, and an incredibly extra large cut of prime rib. It's the Dresden Restaurant, open for lunch Monday through Saturday and dinner Monday through Sunday. Check us out at 1760 North Vermont Avenue or call 323-665-4294.
How old are you? 25, 35, 50, or older? If you have pain, we can help. Do your knees hurt?
Ow!
Let me ask you again. Are your knees killing you?
Oh, yeah. Are they ever?
What about your back? When you bend over, does it feel like this? How about when you get out of bed in the morning? If you're like me, your knees and back feel like this.
Oh, that hurts.
I found a company called the Pain Relief Hotline. They specialize in ways to treat your knee, back, and neck pain without surgery or taking medications. The good news is if you have insurance, you may have little or no cost or out-of-pocket expense. I've used them. It works. Call the Pain Relief Hotline now for free information. 800-309-2677. 800-309-2677. Call now. 800-309-2677. That's 800-309-2677.
Enjoy Tiki Live, the best cable alternative choice today, with hundreds of premium live TV programming, including ESPN, CNN, Fox News, Disney, AMC, Bravo, XF, OWN, and CRN Talk. Plus no contracts and low month-to-month service. Tiki Live, servicing North America, including the Caribbean. To get started, visit TikiLive.com to order hundreds of channels, including CRN Talk, at a fraction of what you're paying today. Visit TikiLive.com. That's TikiLive.com.
He sounds like Neil Diamond, acts like him, looks like him. By the end of the show, you will believe. Your Concert Connection, the showroom at South Point, presents Neil Diamond the Tribute, starring Rob Garrett.
Playing now, my lady.
Solid gold hits, just the way Neil Diamond performed them. December 1st and 2nd. Tickets at the box office, online at southpointcasino.com or charged by phone. 702-797-8055. Neil Diamond the Tribute, starring Rob Garrett at the South Point.
All right, we are at the closing segment right now, and I would like to give you some contact numbers. Many of you, by the show of all the emails, have them, but let me give them to you again. For Lifestyle Buzz, you can contact me. You can have comments, send emails, suggestions. LifestyleBuzzToday@gmail.com. LifestyleBuzzToday@gmail.com. I'd like to remind all of you that we have that cruise starting in April the 21st from Puerto Vallarta, from Mazatlan to San Diego. It's a 10-day trip. I mean, we're going to be stopping at many different places of great joy, and we're going to be discovering the whole seacoast there and having a great time. So for that, you need to contact me at lifestylebuzztoday@gmail.com or at silverfoxexpeditions@gmail.com. silverfoxexpeditions@gmail.com. 844-205-4744. And in the short time that we have, this week is Thanksgiving. And I wish the very best to all of the listeners and to all the people here at the station. And to please remember that no matter what curveballs life throws at you, there is always a positive note that we need to be thankful for. And, just go out there and do your best. Nobody's guaranteeing you a rose garden, but you can make a rose garden from whatever it is that you have. Think positive. Think always the best of the best. And I'm wishing you, everybody, the best holiday season.
Yeah, that's that's a great reminder. We focus, when we think of Thanksgiving, on the huge feast at the table,
Right.
The turkey, the roast beef, the honey ham, the sides, the bacon, and all that stuff is wonderful, put you in a coma for the whole week. But like Orlando just said, remember the reason, don't, be thankful for the small things, be thankful that we have that.
There's something that a lot of people don't think about, and because people think about themselves more.
Yeah.
But the fact is that there is nothing more fulfilling than volunteering in the mornings at the Union Rescue Mission or many charitable organizations out there that require manpower, women power, human power to ladle mashed potatoes, to pass turkey and bread. And I have to tell you one thing, I've done it twice. I should do it every single time, because just watching the people that really don't have much enjoy a very nice day, it just overwhelms you. It just fills you up with, I don't know, good cheer. I mean, it's just you come out of there smelling like turkey and gravy and whatever, tired from standing, but full of energy at the same time.
It feels good to help others.
You know what? At Silver Fox, every time that we sell a booking, I contribute part of my profits to certain organizations, 3 organizations. And I mean, sometimes I write a check to pay whatever, and it's like it pains me. These I do with such joy because they're going to go to help somebody who needs the help.
Right.
So with that in mind, people, remember, be grateful for one day. Just, be grateful. That's it. Have a great one. Enjoy yourselves. Jose, happy Thanksgiving.
So long, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Which was most appropriate because that was your theme.
Are you tired of hearing your favorite talk radio shows sound like this? What if you could hear your favorite shows in crystal clear, high-definition digital sound? Well, with CRN Digital Talk Radio's